we have recently returned from a trip to London, a place of history, culture, and many fun activities. In today's episode, we're going to share some of our favorite fun things to do from our most recent trip in this fantastic city. And you might just hear something to include in your next visit to London.
So the first thing that we're going to share is the Tower Bridge tour. And the Tower Bridge is an iconic symbol of London, and it has been standing proudly in the city for over 130 years. We decided this time that we were going to take one of the guided tours inside the Tower Bridge, and it was a great idea. We had a great time. We met up with our tour guide, Kevin, and he led us on a 90-minute tour. He was so informative, loved his job. We had a great time with him. We made our way up the towers, seeing unforgettable views from the high-level walkways that were over the Thames. The highlight of this walkway was this glass floor that was placed right in the middle of this walkway, and it had views of the traffic below.
It was a pretty cool experience.
It was.
And like you said, the views were fantastic.
It was great. I loved it. And the Tower Bridge is an excellent spot for photographs. We got some amazing photographs. And it makes for a great photo setting and a memorable stroll from one side of the Thames to the other side.
Yeah. So I think for most tourists in London, you'll probably end up at some point somewhere near the Tower Bridge. Again, as you mentioned, very iconic place. I would absolutely recommend, if you can squeeze out a few hours in your itinerary, book a tour, go inside, because it's pretty spectacular to see the inside workings of the bridge.
All right, let's move on to one of your favorite parts of
Number
London.
2 on our list, we have Piccadilly Circus, located in the heart of London, and it feels like a place that's the heartbeat of the city. This is an iconic intersection and landmark that features all kinds of things: shopping, dining, entertainment, and perhaps most of all, if you're into it, people watching opportunities, because there's probably more people gathered in this place, at least through the times that we've been to London, than just about anywhere else. You'll find plenty of funky independent shops, fascinating stores, and a great nightlife in the area as well. Piccadilly Circus is a place that genuinely encapsulates London's vibrancy, and it's one of those places where you're going to want to get some photos of your time in London.
Within a few blocks of Piccadilly Circus, we're going to talk about another area of London, which is called Chinatown.
Yeah, and we totally missed it last time we were in the city.
Absolutely.
And how could we have missed it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just kind of stumbled into it, and it was absolutely fascinating there. We took a walk around Chinatown and we just kind of soaked everything up. It was very vibrant. There was lots of Chinese decorations that were strung across the streets from business to business, and it had a really good feel to it.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
A lot of energy, a lot of action, lots of food all over the place.
Oh, if you want Chinese food, this is the place to be in London. I can't imagine there's any better place to be if you want Chinese food, or just to soak up all that atmosphere. Chinatown is home to many talented street performers who provide an exciting atmosphere throughout the day. We listened to 2 gals that were busking on the pedestrian street. We not only listened, we kind of waited around for them to start. It took them a while to get started, but I really wanted to wait to hear them.
And then I'll find maybe tonight I'll hold you after my bed turns into a
This area is full of colorful buildings and interesting architectural details. Just some great photos can come out of this area. As we said, it's very festive. It has oriental decorations overhead and the Chinese eateries on all sides, from food varieties to excellent sit-down options. It's worth exploring on foot and taking in the sights and sounds.
Yes, don't miss Chinatown. Moving on to number 4, and we're going to try to give you a feel for this, but London, if you like shopping, London is a fantastic place for doing that, and there's so many options for you. The city is a global fashion capital and offers lots of shopping opportunities. It almost seems like every street in the city provides something unique. Then there's this place called the Burlington Arcade. It's a step back in time. It's a shopping arcade that's nearly 200 years old. It features shops with very costly goods. But as we made our way through there, I mean, there was like really, really super pricey jewelry stores.
Super pricey.
The last place we're going to mention for shopping, Saville Row. It's where you're going to find the finest tailors in England. Celebrities come here for custom suits, and you can get something swanky for yourself here as well. Many of the high-end shops here are by appointment only. We walked by this after visiting one of the things we're going to talk about in just a second here. Yeah, if you want spiffy clothes, Saville Row will have you covered.
Yes, I remember it was around this time as we were walking through that I decided that I was wanting to get a dress or a skirt or something along those lines, because I had noticed that there seems to be a different dress code in England than we have in America. And I thought, this is cool. I like this. And the women were wearing dresses.
I haven't seen that many dresses, and I can't tell you how long.
It was very refreshing. You know, some of them were very dressed down. They had skirts with tennis shoes, but it just, I don't know, I liked it. So in my mind, I'm like, I think I want some kind of dress.
Took us a few stores,
Yeah.
but we got you, I think, a couple of items.
Should have gone to Harrods.
Do you have a winner?
I like them all,
Oh,
but
okay.
this is great because it'll go with a lot of stuff.
That's great.
And this is just damn cute.
Okay, should I get the skirt and the dress?
Yeah,
The blue?
yeah.
Hey, we have a winner.
Got 2 winners.
Yay.
I'm going to move on to number 5 fun thing to do in London. We mentioned Saville Row. Yes, you can get lots of clothes on Saville Row, but the street is famous for something else as well. There's a point of historical interest on this street in the exclusive Mayfair district at number 3 Saville Row. That's the building where on January 30th, 1969, the Beatles gave their last performance ever. We're in the heart of London. We're about 55-ish years too late. If we were here just that much earlier, right up there, we would have been hearing the Beatles' last public performance. Number 3, Saville Row, London. We added it to our list.
Yay! No, this is kind of exciting because, the Beatles played their. See that? There's a blue plaque on it, so it's commemorated.
And the building attracts tourists just like us who stop by to remember the history that sounded through the air so many decades ago. Back in 1969, hearing the sound of the music, hundreds of people gazed up and listened, and probably nobody knew that that would be the final opportunity to hear the Beatles play. There's still a sense of, there's that vibe that you can almost kind of still feel it.
There's another fun stop that we wandered around and through and in, and that's the Buckingham Palace Gardens. Our last trip, we actually took a tour through Buckingham Palace, but this time we just were going around the gardens in that area. So if you're going to London and you plan ahead, you can book yourself a tour inside the palace or schedule your visit to see the changing of the guards. As I said, we did that on our prior visit, so this time we really didn't feel the need to explore the palace again, but we did have a great time walking by the palace and into the gardens and exploring the gardens in the area. The gardens have lots of fountains, water features, many tourists, so you kind of have to navigate through that also, but it is very beautiful. We did wander down a walkway called the Mall into St. James Park. It has immaculate grounds and is home to some of England's most beautiful flowers and trees. The oasis was a peaceful backdrop for a relaxing afternoon. We wandered through this serene oasis and and we watched the green parrots in the trees overhead, which is so cool, and the many waterfowl that are swimming in the lake, and the beautiful rose gardens that surround it. It was a nice, relaxing afternoon for us. And if you keep walking from St. James Park, we're going to talk about number 7, which is the Westminster Abbey and Big Ben area, the walking area in that part of the city. So as you keep walking, you'll find yourself near this iconic London landmark, which includes the Westminster Abbey, Big Ben, and the London Eye. Walking through this area is an excellent way to enjoy legendary sights. The sheer size of Parliament will leave you in awe. On the left, you'll be able to marvel at the grandeur of Big Ben, which we didn't see last time.
Yeah, last time we were there, it was covered in scaffolding.
Yeah, they were doing some kind of work on it. So this is the first time we actually saw Big Ben.
And Ben is pretty big.
It's very big, and it chimes at the top of every hour, and it makes a quick chime or sound every 15 minutes. On your right stands Westminster Abbey, one of the oldest Gothic churches in England.
Yeah, and we've been inside before.
Yeah, so we didn't go this time.
Yeah, also highly recommended. Yeah.
This area has many other historical landmarks, such as St. Margaret's Church and Victoria Tower Gardens. As you wander the streets, you can visit some of the quaint pubs, their souvenir shops, or simply just people watch from the many, many benches that surround the area. It's an excellent area for a stroll no matter the time of day, and where you'll want to snap many photos to capture your memories.
And if you keep walking from this area, you'll end up at what we have as number 8 on our list of fun things to do in the city, and that's just taking a stroll on the south bank of the Thames. It's where you can get a reprieve from the hustle and bustle of the city streets. You can take in some art at Tate Modern or explore the nearby Borough Market for culinary delights. Fantastic place. But as you're walking down this area, you can also head east and enjoy the view from Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. You can do just lots and lots of walking, and one of the things that just I keep remembering about our time in London is I think on most days we averaged at least 22 to 25,000 steps a day when we looked at our Apple devices at the end of the day. So it's a great walking city, and one of the great places to walk is by the river. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not jump on one of the boats that navigate up and down the river? It's an ideal way to get a taste of the city's remarkable architecture.
Another great walking place is number 9 on our list, Hyde Park. Walking through Hyde Park when in London is just about a must. We walked through the entirety of the park. We spent time just lying on the grass and sitting on the benches, watching people go by as we like to do. The immense grounds made it an ideal location for spending leisure time. There are also plenty of benches here if you'd like to take a break and just relax. And to our surprise, for a small fee, you can even rent chairs to make your experience even more comfortable.
Well, this is quite wonderful. We just made our way into Hyde Park. We're gonna take a stroll through here before we start looking for fish and chips. And as soon as we got here, we saw just dozens and dozens and dozens of chairs, and I thought, man, this is fantastic. The City of London puts these chairs out so that people can relax, enjoy themselves. And then I saw the sign. Not so fast. It costs money.
Yes. Which kind of surprises me. I don't know why.
So,
I don't know who puts them out. It could be a business, obviously.
and I don't know who you pay the money to. You sit in there and it costs like £3
No, there's
for an hour.
There's a car and that's sitting in the middle of all this. You probably have to go to them. Wow.
No free chairs. Do you see anybody in their own chairs?
No.
No, so it's either you rent a chair or you plop down on a blanket
Yep.
or in the grass for
Yep.
free. We think it's for free. We did it yesterday. We didn't pay anybody to lie on the park.
No.
So hope. We already broke one law today.
You did?
Yeah, I just got in trouble. Like 5 minutes ago,
Oh.
I got yelled at.
Yes. Yes.
So apparently there's certain places you can make a little video on your cell phone like this and it's okay, and there's other places where people tell you cannot do so.
I just say it was very posh.
Very posh.
Yes.
The posh people, we're not into the social media. Careful what you film on your phone.
And we don't have our passports with us.
The 10th thing that we're going to suggest as a fun thing to do in London is the theater scene. The theater scene in London is vibrant. You'll find many live theater shows ranging from traditional classic plays to modern musicals and everything in between. London offers world-renowned productions to smaller, less well-known theatrical performances. On the West End, it's home to London's most popular and successful shows, including musicals, comedies, dramas, and more. And you'll find famous plays and musicals here like Wicked and Mamma Mia. If you want to add some theater to your time in London, you're going to have lots and lots and lots of shows to choose from. So that's 10 things you can do in London. The thing about London is there's probably 100 things, 200 things, tons of things.
Yeah, it's endless.
Yeah, these are 10 that we wanted to share, things that we've bumped into during our recent time. Just fantastic city.
We were a little bit stunned at our reaction to the city the second time around. I mean, I enjoyed London the first time we went also, but this time was a little bit of an eye-opener for me because I just loved this city. I fell in love with the city.
Yeah, I walked away from London. I mentioned to you, it became my favorite city of any place any big city that we've ever visited.
Right.
And we've been to many, many in the United States. We've been to, a number in Europe. We have not been to Paris, so we have to go there to see how we feel it compares. But, of the places we've been to, we are just fascinated with London.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to a third trip.